So I'm back with Gare,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be a fun one. We are both in moods, and I'm just medicated to the brink. So we're just gonna see how it goes. But it'll be fun, no matter how it goes.
I'm a little delirious.
Yeah.
I had Murphy woke me up at 12:30 last night
Oh.
throwing a fit in his crate, and he never does that, and so I like
Mm,
let him out because I thought he was going to get sick, and then it was like party
yeah.
time. Like he wanted to hug and cuddle and like run around, and then he wanted to go outside, and then I was like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I have to get up at
Exactly.
7:30. Like, you're going back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a couple of drinks, and I don't have a buzz anymore from the drinks, but I have that like, I could use a
Yes.
nap.
We're at unique places in our weeks right now.
I haven't
And
drank in like
we're
2
recording
months.
this the day it comes out. So like that's how recent it all is too, in case
Yeah.
anyone loves those details. So I have not seen Heated Rivalry, but I also have. I have consumed so much content about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it would be perfect to ask you who you would want to be with the most of all the hot dudes there. I saw a post with like 4 of them listed, and then I didn't go back because I don't know who I would be with. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe the icebreaker is just for you.
Okay, well, I love this.
Mm-hmm.
um, I love, I love them so much. So the main characters in Heated Rivalry are Shane and Ilya.
Mm-hmm.
I relate to Shane. I think he's very attractive. Like the guy that plays him, I love his character.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ilya's character, and I love the guy that plays Ilya. I relate more to Shane, so I feel like I am a Shane. So like
Yeah.
I would probably be with Ilya,
Uh,
but there's another couple in episode 3. There's Scott Hunter and Kip.
yes. Those were who I was seeing too.
I would be with Scott Hunter.
I was gonna say a lot of people were saying Scott. A lot of people love Scott.
Scott Hunter is, yeah. Like I love Ilya so much because he makes me laugh. Like he is
Yeah.
hilarious, and the things that, yeah, there's just like a lot of things in the book that I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
But like he would win my heart because he's kind of the bad boy, but like Scott
Mhm.
Hunter, like the only drawback with him is that Scott Hunter is an NHL player who's in love with a man but is not ready to come out as gay yet.
Mhm.
So that is something that is your own journey,
Right.
and I think I would be okay with that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like being
Yeah,
like, we're just friends
and I'm
until
sure it's
you,
circumstantial too. Like
yeah,
maybe something would happen where you felt like you needed it from them, but maybe
yeah,
not.
yeah. And it's just, I love their like story
Mhm.
because Ilya and Shane, I love their story so much as an entertainment way, but it's very toxic at
Yeah.
times, and it also spans over years and years and years.
That's what I was seeing too.
So like I could not do a toxic up and down kind of
For
thing for
7
years and years.
years.
No, I did it
Yeah.
for like a few months, and I was like, I'm out.
I'm burned
I'm
out.
out. I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out. So I would say Scott Hunter would be, yes.
Nice.
Kip's adorable.
Yeah.
I would not mind if I was like, I'm sorry things didn't work out with Scott, but he's mine now. But
Mhm.
like Ilya and Shane belong together. So even if I
Yeah.
had a chance with one of them, I would be like, no, you guys need to figure this out and stay together. Like, I love you
Oh,
guys.
that's a great answer too.
Mhm. So I would
Have you
think
read all the books in the series? I can't remember.
I'm on the very last book right now.
Okay.
Um, so books one, 3, 4, and 5 are
Mhm.
different couples, and then Heated Rivalry is book 2, and
Mhm.
The Long Game is the last book in the series, and that's Ilya and Shane's like sequel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm obsessed. I love
I'm
the
so
show so
glad that
much.
it's doing so well.
It's like the number one show on HBO,
It's like it's everywhere.
and it beat out Welcome
What
to
was it?
Derry.
Yes. That's why I saw that too. That's exciting. That's a good
Hmm.
sign.
Yeah.
We need these shows to stay on.
Somebody
I got so serious.
somebody on TikTok said the two number one shows on HBO are about eating kids in different ways.
That is brilliant. That
I
is
was like, I
amazing.
love you.
That is perfect. I want to watch that too, actually.
I want to check it out too.
It seems like something I would enjoy. We've had like 4 good shows in a row because we watched Dexter Resurrection,
Mm-hmm.
and then we watched Slow Horses. Is just like very accessible British spy thriller, in
Okay.
my opinion. Like it's not that you're having to think really hard, but like a lot of stuff happens. Like the pacing's amazing. Some people just like hate the idea of spy stuff, so I try to over explain what kind of version it is. But what was the other one? Oh, The Beast in Me. I'm obsessed with Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys. The Americans and Homeland are 2 of my like top 10 of all time, so I was so excited, and it was so good.
I
And
finished it the
then
other night.
we just started Down Cemetery Road, which is Emma Thompson and Ruth Wilson
Oh, okay.
in like an Oxford PI, but also government related mystery.
Yeah.
And we've loved all of them. So we have like been burning through those, but I have not seen it or Heated Rivalry. I've just seen the TikToks.
Heated Rivalry is like, oh my god, it's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. I watched Dexter, and then I watched Stranger Things, and I have like one more season left of Stranger Things. And then I watched
like the one that just aired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we watched The Beast in Me, and I was like obsessed with it. I loved it so much.
I thought it was so good. The cliffhangers were so like the end of the episodes were always so good without feeling like they were forcing a cliffhanger. Like you're just like, wait, what?
It was a very unconventional story about like a trope that I really like in thrillers.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching Heated Rivalry. And I'm like, oh my god, can this like TV come get? But January, right?
Had a lot.
8
His and Hers.
His and Hers,
right?
January 8th.
Uh-huh.
Also
Tyler
in January.
I was like, oh. Someone's in my office.
Someone's here. 56 Days.
Oh, yes.
Which is the Catherine Ryan Howard.
There's so much coming out in January.
And the 3rd season of Tell Me Lies.
Yes. And then there's some movies that I'm excited about, I think, that are in January too. But my brain's not operating fully enough to know for sure. But January is going to be good.
When you were talking about, what's the show that you watched about horses?
About horses.
Or that had horses in the title?
Slow Horses.
Slow Horses.
Yeah. The spy one.
started like smirking. When you edit this, I'm like, because you're in your like spy government thriller era on TV.
Yeah.
I'm in my like queer everything era. So when you said that at first, I was thinking of the movie On Swift Horses.
Oh, yeah.
With Jacob Elordi and Daisy Edgar Jones.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I love that movie so much.
And then you were like, wait a second.
I was like, wait a second.
This does not match.
Nope. Well, still
yeah,
label.
there's like, I saw some people joking that they think Netflix like knew everyone was about to be stuck in their homes, and they're like, we'll save all the good TV for like November, December, January.
Except they
canceled. I'm like, it kind of
Boots.
makes sense. I'm okay with it.
I know they canceled Boots though.
I saw that. I was mad.
Really bummed. I'm really bummed.
They do it to a lot of shows, to be honest. Because at first
they
I was
do
like,
it to a lot of shows with queer characters,
but it's always that. That's why I'm really happy that Heated Rivalry has reached zeitgeist potential here.
HBO treats their shows really well, I think.
I think so.
Like, I feel like if they don't have a satisfying ending, they would like give you one more season to like wrap things up instead of just being like, this is done for good.
Right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, what we're also going to talk about not just TV, but I tried. I did pick 6 of my favorites. And it is hard. This is the first year that I've read over 100. And I'm like, this makes it a lot harder. So, for the sake of this episode, of course, I have to give some background. But what I started to realize is I was including nonfiction, and when I removed nonfiction, I was like, this will be easier to pick 6, and it felt like it fit the podcast vibes anyway. So that
That makes
helped
sense.
me because I read a lot of good memoirs and a lot of good just like history type nonfiction.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'll just do fiction. So that helped me out. But I don't know how you pick your favorites.
I always do my favorites of the year.
Mm-hmm.
This year, because it's 2025, I'm doing my
Mm-hmm.
top 25 books of the
That's
year.
what I was thinking about doing.
And there's like, those were pretty easy to pick because I felt like they were the ones that like stood out to me the most, or like that I had like a very like visceral reading experience with.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask you, like, are you gonna do like a top fiction and a top nonfiction, or are
So
you
that's
gonna?
what I was wondering. So I like kind of started on this yesterday because I realized I needed to go through everything and at least like
Mm-hmm.
pull the ones that I thought would count. And I haven't counted how many I have. But like I feel like I have like maybe 30 right now, and maybe I would be able to thin it out. But then I also thought about doing like nonfiction and fiction. So I don't know. I don't know what I'll do for my post of the year. The other thing I've seen some people do, just doing favorites by like subgenre, like in a
Mm-hmm.
carousel.
Do whatever
And
you
some
want.
people are even kind of specific about it. So it was like I did read a lot of Southern Gothic that I liked. So I'm like, I also could just like have all of the like subgenres. And if I have 2 or 3 in them, I might approach it that way. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't decided.
I think one year I did my favorite thrillers and I did my favorite romance
Oh yeah.
when I had read
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of romance in the year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like
That's
that's
what I
like
was
the
realizing. Like
yeah.
I like I'm not like counting when someone posted anyway. I'm not like, oh, you said this and you only posted this many or
Yeah.
whatever. And I just like seeing that people are like, these are all ones I really enjoyed. Like sometimes you do get lucky. I had a few months where like every audiobook I started, I loved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And sometimes it happens.
I also like the kind of like surprise when
Mm-hmm.
you like weren't really aware of a book, but like it was like pitched to you or you saw somebody else's
Yeah.
review and you're like, I'm gonna pick this up on a whim. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it's kind of like different when it's like Alice Feeney, Ashley Winstead, like somebody that you know you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna look forward to reading, but like when it's something
Right.
that like you weren't really expecting and then you read it and you're like, wow, like that really stuck the landing with me.
Right.
I have a couple of
Yeah.
those on my top 25 list.
Well, I'm just gonna dive into mine.
Yeah.
In no specific order, but audiobook wise, Project Hail Mary. I am a part of all of the crazy people who talk about how incredible the audiobook is, but it is because it's that good and the story is also fantastic. This one was so fun this year for me too, because it was like right after I had realized I could do audiobooks with fiction.
Still
And
jealous
so
of that,
then
by the
like
way.
once you get there, you like all of a sudden your algorithm is sending you all of the like these are the best ones that like everyone loves. And if you're on Book Talk, even if you ask on Bookstagram, you typically hear about Project Hail Mary and Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is so hard to say. And I listened to a sample and I don't know if I can get into it, but I loved Project Hail Mary. But the trailer came out for the movie right after I got into fiction audiobooks. And there were so many people that were like, don't watch the trailer. Like, if you haven't read the book yet, like, you don't want to know everything that's in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I immediately have to just like try and listen to this book before I see spoilers because I'm too chronically online to avoid them. And
Yeah.
it was then one of the best audiobook experience. Like I'm still technically chasing the high of that audiobook experience, but the story's fantastic too. But you do just want it to be vague. So a lone astronaut with no memory awakens deep in space and must solve an impossible scientific mystery, alone or not. to save Earth from extinction before time runs out. And that really is just all you need to know. And people vary on if it's kind of accessible sci-fi or if it's a little bit too science. And so I don't know how to always recommend that part of it, but like imagine waking up in space and you don't even know why you're there and your whole crew is dead.
After the week I've had, I'd be like, vacation.
You're like finally silence.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm gonna take a nap.
Hmm.
That's fucking crazy. That's also terrifying.
Yeah, it would be terrifying.
That's one of those
He's
things that's
very
like,
snarky. Like that, I think that's the other
oh
reason it works so much.
yeah.
Is like it felt like the female snarky characters that I like.
Did you read The Martian?
No, but I have it. I do want to listen to that
I
one
was
too
gonna
because it's the
say,
same narrator and people say it's amazing. I saw the
I've
movie years ago, but like a long time ago. Enough that all I remember is like he learns how to grow potatoes on Mars.
I've
All I
I've
remember.
heard that like they're both like fantastic.
That yeah, everyone loves both of them. I do remember liking the movie. It was just
Hmm.
probably 7 years ago.
Yeah. I've like, I don't know. That's like one of those things. I feel like it's more apparent in some of the things that you read compared to like
Hmm.
what I read because I'm a basic bitch.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that's like terrifying to think of, like waking up in space and not knowing why you're there.
Yeah.
But like it's terrifying to think of, but you're like, I would never be in that situation.
Totally.
You know what I mean? But like
Never.
it's still like terrifying and I'm like, huh. Like,
Hmm.
yeah. There's that oh my god, what's the name of it? There's a Will Dean book that just came out like last year or the year before.
Oh yeah, what
Chamber,
is
The
it?
Chamber.
Yes, I think that's what it's called. With like
That's one
deep
of those
sea
ones.
divers.
Yeah, that you're like, I would never be in that position, but it's still like terrifying to think
Yes.
of
Yes.
because I'm not
Oh,
going in the water.
or people who like go into caves.
There's that
Whew.
Taylor Adams has a new one,
Oh, really?
and it's about two women who go like cave diving, and like one of them like yells or something at a guy, and then
Uh-huh.
the other friend wakes up in the hospital and is like telling the police what happened.
Oh my
I
gosh.
heard it's excellent.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He's got a claustrophobia. Or
I
like
know. And
claustrophobic
I
set.
like hate being
I
claustrophobic. And
know it is,
I'm
but
like,
like
his
I
books are
like
so
reacts.
addicting. His books are so addicting.
Hmm.
Um, and they're always like so quick.
Yeah.
I keep yawning. I'm
We're
sorry.
sleepy, guys.
I'm sleepy.
Hmm.
Speaking of terrifying,
Hmm. Go
if you
on.
want to be scared, my top read of the year, kicking it off strong, is Night Watcher by Daphne Wollstonecraft.
Yes.
When you combine something that's so atmospheric and so like visual and cinematic and also like completely terrifying,
Yeah.
like there's something about the Pacific Northwest to me that is like so alluring because of like the weather and like how beautiful it is, but like also so much bad shit happens there that I'm like,
Yeah.
do I want to go there? But like I do.
Hmm.
um so as a child, Nola Strait had a terrifying encounter with a serial killer. um Now as an adult, she's the host of Night Watch, a popular radio show. She receives a call one night from a caller claiming an intruder is in her home, leading Nola to believe that the hiding man is back and has his eyes set on her.
Creepy.
It is so, it is such a good book. I
Hmm.
can't say anything without spoiling it, but like when you involve a serial killer and like something that happened to you as a child that
Hmm.
is like traumatic, it does a really good job of being like, is this trauma or is this like really like happening? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, is this like, are these coincidences
Right.
or is homegirl losing her mind?
Hmm.
And it was so good. It was so good. It was probably my favorite reading experience of the year.
Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Number one,
That's
100%.
exciting. I do think technically Project Hail Mary all around,
Mm-hmm.
like as an audiobook and as a story, like technically it's
Yeah.
probably my number one.
I would love Night
It's
Watcher
like
on
it
audio.
literally, but that's even like to me kind of basic because like so many people read it. Like there's so many people saying that, but it is because it's that good and the movie just made a lot more people read it this year.
I think that there's like a difference between like, I don't want to insult anyone, but there's like
Same.
a difference between like being like, this book is trending because it's like wild, but like not for everyone. And then
True.
there are some that are just going to be trending because they're little trendsetters. And they're
Mhm.
like, there's a reason, like Gone Girl. Like
Mhm.
Gone Girl was
Yeah.
like, changed the game with reading. And it sounds
Mhm.
like with, that one that it's changing a lot. And like, if everyone's saying it's
Yeah.
worth it, then sometimes there's a reason why things are trending, and it's
Right.
not just for like social media hype or because they're being paid by a publisher.
Right.
Skippity doo dah, skippity day.
Yes, I agree. Um, well, in keeping with my audiobook experience this year,
Yeah.
Junie by Aaron Crosby Eckstein, who I had on the podcast too, so shameless plug. This was where I met my favorite narrator of all time, Angel Peen. I do think she is the favorite. Like Adam Lazar White might be tied, but he might also be number two. I've listened to so many books from her, like in like what 6 or 7 months. But Junie is about a young girl must face a life altering decision after awakening her sister's ghost, navigating truths about love, friendship, and power as the Civil War looms, which it is a good blurb from them. But it's like a southern gothic, literally months before the Civil War breaks out
Wow.
or open whatever breaks out. That sounds like a pandemic. The Civil War starts. The Civil War starts is what I was
Yes.
saying. But so the timing is really fascinating. But the other cool thing is she uses books as a like way, like the character's very bookish, and I love that stuff too. So
I love that too.
it was so good.
I kind of like that there was a thriller with Claire Danes being an author in it.
I loved that.
Yeah.
They like fit some fun bookish stuff into it.
And I like that she was not like, this was like a big topic at Montreal Mystery Festival where like people were
Mm.
like, you imagine authors like putting on real pants and like
Oh yeah.
blow drying their hair and like sitting in like a perfect office with like, the
Right.
birds chirping, and we're just like, the book is done, and like that's not how it is. So like I just
No.
like that Claire Danes was like, this is what an author really
Yes.
is like. But
Same.
um I'm so jealous of your audiobook
I know.
journey because it is so cool to find, you can find authors that you love and you
Mm-hmm.
can find stories that you love, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
always coincide, you
Right.
know. um but now you also have this like other thing where you're like, now I have a favorite audiobook narrator.
Yeah. I
So
know.
like you have another thing that's like drawing you in
Yeah.
to like expanding your bookish horizons even more than you already have in
Yes.
2025.
Yes. It's crazy. It's wild.
It's Bookwild.
It's book wild. It's amazing.
Amazing. um ugh, I'm so jealous.
I
But
need to send you one. I need to think of one that is like similar because there have been some similar to like Lucinda's that you enjoyed. So I'll
mhm.
have to send you one and you can just try it whenever. But
I
I'll
have a list.
Oh nice.
So before I get into my next one, I
Yeah.
have so here's my audiobook journey is to listen to an audiobook of something that I've already read and loved and see if
Mm.
I pick up more on things
Oh, that's a good idea.
and like see how I like remember the story, or if I'm just like, squirrel squirrel squirrel, audiobooks are not for me.
Right.
So for audiobooks I have um American Psycho, The Shards, Night Watcher, and The Woman Inside.
Those will be cool.
Those are all my picks. So I was like, if I can just
Yeah.
dive into one of those,
Hmm.
you know, probably the Shards. But also
Yeah.
Pablo Schreiber, who I have like
Mm.
a big crush on,
Might make it engaging.
might make it engaging. And he's narrating American Psycho.
That's exciting.
So I'm like,
I
I don't
love
know.
that.
I don't know what I'll do until somebody gets in my car and he's like, like, just read one
Oh,
of my
I
favorite
know.
books. Just like one of my favorite books.
Mine
Sorry.
keeps connecting to our car when Tyler leaves, so he's just getting very random snippets of different books every day.
I feel like if he were to get a snippet of the Shards
He'd be like, "The fuck."
or American Psycho or any of my hockey romances that I love, he would be like, "You are, you got a little something going on up there."
Yes.
Um, but speaking of a journey, my next book is an Odyssey. It's a big, chunky, super thick book. I loved it. It took me on so many different routes, and it is This Book Will Bury Me by Ashley Winstead.
Yes.
I love this book so much.
I was hoping you would pick it.
I was like, I'm gonna do this as number 2
Hmm.
because I want it so bad to be one of my picks. But if you
Hmm.
had already picked it, then I would just be like, that's one of my favorite ones too.
Yeah.
And we would both, but
It's on my
um
like list, but I was
yeah,
like, I think Gare will talk about it.
I loved it. So this one deals with like grief as well as being a thriller. And I just felt like at a time that I was grieving the loss of a friendship that like I knew I had to
Mm.
like end, it was a
Hmm.
very good book for me to read at that time. And I just like freaking love that book so much. I love Jane. Um
Yes.
so in This Book Will Bury Me, Jane, who is a college student, unexpectedly loses her father. And in order to distract herself from grief, she ends up getting into true crime and befriends different armchair detectives throughout the internet. And then shortly after she makes friends with them, 3 girls are killed in Idaho, and the true crime community is determined to help solve the case. But as Jane and her new internet friends get closer and closer to finding out the truth, they realize that they might be putting themselves in the path of danger.
That was a great summary.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that one's so good. It's like right up
So
there for
good.
me too. It's on my top
So
shelf.
good. So good. I would say this is my number 2 of the year.
Hmm.
I would definitely say this is my number 2 of the year. Um, they could be tied, Night Watcher and This Book Will Bury Me. Um, I just think that sometimes when you have a debut author and
Hmm.
you don't know what to expect, sometimes when you love a book by a debut author, you love it a little bit more than if it was a book by somebody that like you already love, you know, like
Right.
an author that you already love. So I
Hmm.
think because this was Daphne's first book, I was like, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I was not
That's
expecting that.
awesome.
I was, I was expecting a good book, but she really like nailed every important aspect of an enjoyable thriller to me. So
Hmm.
yeah, those are my top 2 of the year,
Oh,
I would say.
so good. Yeah, mine, I don't know how I would order them after this point
Mm-hmm.
necessarily. Um, but I loved Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wang, and it's like dark academia with like magic, but it doesn't feel like totally fantasy. But a fiercely driven mage who is the first female to be inducted into this college. I did not completely type that sentence out. She gets paired with her underestimated outsider assistant, and they uncover a dangerous truth about magic that could upend an entire civilization or destroy them both, which is a good summary. But it's so hard to describe what's so good about this book because you don't want to know some of the things that make it so good. If that
Right.
fits. But like it has the vibes of like like she's paving the way, like she's the first female that's even ever been accepted there, and then she figures out something about the system that is shady. So it's kind of a fighting against the system type dystopia a little bit. Maybe that's the extra information I can give, but I'm just gonna be
A little vague.
yeah. And the narration is fantastic. I do think it kind of like brings it to life.
It sounds also comparable to Ninth House.
Yes, there are definitely similar, so many similarities.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. It actually sounds really good.
Yeah, I really liked it.
All of yours are very cool titles too.
But I know Blood Over Brighthaven.
Oh my god, that title
It's
is
very
so
cool.
like you just want to be like I just like want that title on my bookshelf even if I like don't read it.
Yeah, and
Even if
and
I was like not interested, I'd be like I want that on my bookshelf anyway.
yeah, it just looks cool. I literally, when we were making the content with Lane Fargo, I had been considering reading the book, and it was like over her shoulder. So I was like staring at it for like 2 hours, and then like I started it the next day because I was just like, I do need to read this, and I did.
Is the cover gorge?
It's like a really fantasy dark academia, like it's hard to describe everything that's on the cover. Like it's a very like red and black and white fantasy cover.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I need to get a trophy version of it.
Well, speaking of trophies and covers that I'm obsessed with,
yes,
my next pick is
I was hoping you would pick that one too.
by Nick Stone. Oh my god.
Because it's like on my full list too.
Oh my god. I'm obsessed with this book. I am obsessed with this book. So Boomtown by Nick Stone caught me by surprise because when it was pitched to me, I had not heard of Nick Stone because I don't typically read YA. And I was like, oh, like this sounds really good. And I'm obsessed with that cover. And like sometimes you're a little hesitant when somebody goes from YA to like their first adult book because sometimes they don't transition very well.
Right.
And like with this, I was like, there are missing strippers. And there's so much dark, horrible things in this book that are so disturbing, but like make the plot very addictive. But I was like, she absolutely nailed this. So I had no hesitations when I read the synopsis of Boomtown to know that like this was definitely an adult book.
Yes.
So there's a new dancer at the Boomtown strip club named Charm who has stopped showing up to work. Her boss Lyric believes there could be more to the story than just her quitting without notice because Lyric's former lover and dancer at Boomtown also disappeared under similar circumstances the year before. So as Lyric goes into her own investigation between the disappearances of Charm and Lucky, she finds that she is also walking into danger herself.
I love the last line there.
And I was right along for the ride, let me tell you what. That one was so freaking gritty.
Yes. And like funny or like witty, like it's dark, but there's a lot of humor to it too.
Yeah. I love when you have like snarky, sassy, strong women in a book that's like dark because like some people are like, oh, I don't know about that like dialogue, but like there are some women that are so strong and I like not wanting to put up with anyone's shit that like if something like a man did something they wouldn't be like, oh my god, please no. They'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? And like, you know, pop him right in the face. And like that's what this book is full of characters. Like there's so many like witty pieces of dialogue that had me like laughing out loud even though I was like nervous to find out what was going to happen next.
Yes. And with that one, Angel Peen was one of the narrators, my favorite narrator.
See, it's all coming together, kids.
It was wonderful. This is an Angel Peen Stan podcast now. One day she might hear how much I love her and she's going to be like, whoa.
One day she might be on your podcast.
Oh my gosh. I have like thought of how it would be such a unique experience because I've heard her voice like tell me so many stories. And I'm like, would I like freeze up? Would I be like,
I love the way you just said that.
Yeah.
Instead of
Like, it
being
would be
like, I've heard so many books narrated by her, you were like, I've heard her voice tell me so many stories.
yeah.
That quote alone is we're manifesting it.
Yes. Yeah, I love
Sweet
her.
angel.
And Bonnie Turpin, Steph and I both really love her, and she also narrates Boomtown too. She's one of the narrators. Yeah,
I have to add another one to my
it's
list.
such a fun universe here. Well, my next one. Can you hear the rain? It just started raining hardcore here.
I heard something, but I was like, I'm not going to mention it because it almost sounded like Tyler was moving furniture. And I didn't want you to like wake out.
No. No, it's like it's been raining all day and like 40-mile-per-hour winds. And like all of a sudden, like all of the rain is getting like shoved against the back wall. So I don't know if anyone else is hearing that.
No, no. It sounded almost like somebody was dragging a chair across like a hardwood floor in the
Oh.
background. So I was like, Tyler said,
Sit down.
sit.
Well, so another one, this was like I just love the experience. And then when I pulled it up, I saw that it was like a mind bending blend of thriller and horror. And I was like, of course, this is what I love. But
Tracks.
it's And Then She Fell by Alicia Elliott. I will never stop talking about this book. Um, like the short pitch is a new mother trapped between grief, isolation, and creeping menace. Alice must reclaim her voice and her culture to protect herself and her daughter before the life she's built in her own mind turns deadly. Man, I feel like it needed more than just that one sentence I pulled from it. Did you die?
No, I
Oh,
think I
okay.
have it.
I hadn't seen you.
I think I have it.
I just like looked up and I was like, oh.
She's Mohawk, right?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. That it didn't include that. But yeah, it's a Mohawk woman and her husband is a professor of like indigenous history, but he's
Yeah.
white. And so there's this really like she really like kind of probes that type of tension by having that be who she's married to. And I don't think it's a spoiler because I think it's such a like cool opener, but either the prologue or the first chapter, I can't remember how it's framed, is like she's watching like the Disney Pocahontas and then like the real Pocahontas like climbs out of the TV and starts talking to her and
Oh my
like
God.
recounts like what history gets wrong. So she uses these really like mind-bending ways to do like horror.
Hmm.
It's very creative. I think that's what I really loved too.
Do you think it's digestible for somebody who doesn't read a
Yeah.
lot of horror?
Hmm. The horror is like every now and then like scenes will kind of just like escalate to like a scary thing,
Hmm.
but it's not like a what does this mean thing necessarily,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. I want to read
Yeah,
that
I
one.
think you'll like it.
Yeah. I'm Mohawk.
I know, that's what
So
when I first talked about it, I was like, that's so cool.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because usually I hear like when there's an indigenous story, I feel like a lot of the times it's Cherokee. Like I feel like
Hmm.
Cherokee authors and like Cherokee stories are a lot more like prominent, but
Hmm.
I was really interested when I heard that the main character was Mohawk.
It's really, yeah, it's fascinating, and the ending was more emotional than I expected. And that's where I think it's like all a standout for me because it had mind bending stuff, which I always love. It has some thriller elements, has some social elements, has some horror feel to it. And then the ending was so emotional.
Okay.
I was crying in the shower listening to it,
Oh my
literally.
God.
Yeah, I was like,
Yes,
I
I'm
was
ready.
not expecting it to go where it went. And I was like, I am crying in a shower right now.
Oh man. Now I want to do like an episode of
That
like
cover
all
is beautiful. I love that
the
cover.
backlist. I know. I wish I could get it out. It's
Yeah.
stuck in there. I think it's raining here now.
It's yeah. There's a lot of it going
Um,
around.
we have like a wind advisory for tomorrow, and I'm like, oh
That's what
God.
we've had all day today.
It's been
When I
like
was
windy
driving,
here,
it
but it's
was like,
like It's been like windy here, but it's been like really cold, and it started to warm up today, and I'm like, oh god, like
I know all of our snow melted, so it's nasty.
Murphy is such a little princess that like if it's like super windy, he's like easily distracted and he won't pee.
Yeah.
So good luck to me tomorrow. Well, speaking of emotional reads,
Yes.
there was a book that broke my heart this year that I was not expecting because it's like a thriller, but I feel like it is very emotional and like bleak, and I loved it. And it's called Keep This For Me by Jennifer Fawcett.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a perfect Gare thriller recommendation. Like it is bleak, it's serial killer. There's like 90s and dual timeline and
Mm-hmm.
amazing cast. Ugh.
It
Um
just is.
so on a summer night in August of 1993, a couple's car breaks down. A trucker comes along and attacks the man and abducts the woman, who is never seen again. When the trucker's caught and revealed to be a serial killer, the woman is not discovered with his other victims. 30 years later, the serial killer is on his deathbed and insists that he did not kill her, but her daughter Fiona is in the same town her mother vanished in. And when another woman goes missing, the prime suspect is none other than the serial killer's son.
It's so intricate.
Oh my god, it is so good. It is so good.
Mm-hmm. And we did an episode with her, so
And she was amazing. She's
she
incredible.
was so cool to talk with.
Oh god, I fucking love Canadians.
That too, yes.
I do. I do. Let me tell you what. If you are a thriller reader and you pick up a thriller by a Canadian author, A, you have extravagant taste. B, Canadian authors are the people that are so fucking nice and so sweet and have hearts of gold, but will also write the darkest, bleakest, craziest shit you will read in a thriller and
Yes.
just be like a Disney princess in person.
Yeah.
I love
It's so
Canada.
they're just adorable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I love
love
it.
that.
Like her and Jennifer Hillier and Robin Harding,
Mm-hmm.
Chevy Stevens.
Jennifer Hillier Canadian?
Jennifer Hillier is Canadian.
How did I not realize that?
Mm-hmm.
I thought she lived in the Pacific Northwest. That's what my brain had done.
When I go to my bookstore in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
they put stickers on
Oh,
Canadian author books, so you know that you're supporting a Canadian author.
I love that.
And I always get surprised Jennifer Hillier because I just always assume that she lived in Seattle.
I think that's what I assumed. I think that's
Mhm.
what my brain did.
Yeah.
What my brain did.
Yeah. But it's kind of like probably me in the Pacific Northwest. Like I love Night Watcher so much that like
Yeah.
if I could ever write a thriller, it would probably take place in the
Mm-hmm.
Pacific Northwest. It
Yeah.
would not be somewhere hot.
No, no, no,
No,
no.
thank you.
Not with
Mm-mm.
us.
Nope. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Yeah. So many books. Well, my next one is Sky Full of Elephants by Sibo Williams, also on the podcast. It's kind of working out. I wasn't thinking of it that way, but I guess that makes sense. But this one is a speculative novel where all of the white people in America walk into bodies of water and remove themselves. Yeah, it's like a mass suicide basically. So
Okay.
in a world where white people no longer exist, college professor Charlie Brunton receives a call from his estranged daughter Sydney, setting off a chain of events as they journey across a truly post-racial America in search of answers. It is a really clever use of speculative fiction. And if you just really love to think about those things and themes in speculative fiction, you'll love this one.
And another amazing title.
I know. He said the phrase just came to him too. That's like the crazy part.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine? I would be like the Suicide Pact. Like I have
Right?
no originality with titles whatsoever. That would be such a fun episode.
It would
If we
be.
took our favorite books and like gave them like
Tried to title them.
tried to tell them, like I would be like Lady Dancer instead of Boomtown.
Yes.
Oh God. Ugh. No, that sounds so good.
It
Ugh,
is really
you're killing it
good.
with the titles.
He's very fun too.
Actually, my next one has a very catchy title.
Ooh, nice.
I will say. So we are doing a really good job with bouncing
Nice.
back and forth with each other tonight. Because my next one that I fucking died over and I love and I still think about this little angel baby is Too Old for This by Samantha Downing.
Yes.
Oh,
she's so fun.
Samantha Downing could just write dialogue in a book and not even
Yep.
anything else, and I would just binge the shit out of it.
I agree.
I love her dialogue. I love her like witty, sassy characters. And Lottie Jones is probably my favorite character that I've read this year.
She's amazing.
She's just queen.
Mhm.
So Lottie Jones changed her identity decades ago and escaped to a small town, leaving her crimes in the past. Now she looks forward to spilling the tea and playing bingo with her friends at the local church. When an investigative journalist shows up to her doorstep asking about her past, Lottie has to resort to her old habits to keep that past buried.
She is so fun.
She's so fun. She is
I was
so
cracking
fun.
up.
I was dying laughing, and I was just like, I did not expect it to be such a blend of humor and thriller
Mm-hmm.
without coming off like, and I don't mean this as an insult, but just like as a comp, like without coming off like Finlay Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of like there's nothing cozy or
No.
comforting about this book, but like the character is hilarious, and her friends,
Yes, her whole little world
her
that's
little
built
world.
out.
Yeah, when you have women that are in their like 60s to 70s
Mm-hmm.
and have reached that point where they are like sick of people's bullshit and they just don't
Yep.
care what they say. And like I think
I
that there's
like
even a
it.
character that like says something to the effect of like, I'm like, I can say whatever I want because I'm just a little old lady.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like that attitude that cracks me up. It's
Me
basically
too.
like Golden Girls, but one of them was a serial killer in the past.
Yeah,
Incredible.
it is. I love that character. The cover is so cool too.
Yeah.
It's just a good one. She was on the podcast too. We did not plan this, but I guess I'm gonna have to put podcast a bunch of extra links.
It's just because you have such good taste.
Oh, I try. Well, so this is my last one, right? Yeah, this is 6. This one is what made me realize how much I love historical horror. Historical horror fiction? No, I think you just say historical horror. Anyway, but The Reformatory by Tanana Reeve Dew. I read others of hers this year and really liked them too, but this was my favorite one. But set in Jim Crow, Florida, it follows Robert Stevens Jr. as he's sent to a segregated reform school that is a chamber of terrors where he sees the horrors of racism and injustice for the living and the dead. So there are like ghosts of children who have been tortured at this place. So it is heavy, but it like is also such a good Southern Gothic, like just really nails that vibe. And like the last, because I think it's 16 hours, but so I like remember like the last 3 hours, so many things happened, and I was like on the edge of my seat for like a lot of it. So it also like has the pacing is just all really good, and I'm now a Tanana Reeve Dew fan.
I love Bleak and I love how that book sounds, but like I'm so intimidated by
because I think it's 600, close to 600 pages.
It's not only that, but like when there's like the ghosts of dead children that have been tortured.
Oh, it's heartbreaking a few times. I've even said like that is like the trigger warning. If like if some like, especially if like that is in your generational trauma, that's what I've said to a couple of people. I'm like, it could be like incredibly intense to experience some of it.
Yeah. I could definitely see. Do you hear him barking?
Just faintly.
He's gonna run down the hallway and bark outside my. The wind is
Mhm.
causing our house to
Yeah.
make noises and
Hey,
creak
bud.
and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I am very intrigued by that one, and I know that one day I
Yeah.
will do it.
Mm-hmm. The narrators are great, but 16 hours is a lot, and if you don't
Yeah.
know if you can do audiobooks yet.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the one.
Yeah.
No segue.
I know that's like a heavy one to end on.
um, I will say we are ending this episode the same way we started. My last
Hockey.
my last pick is Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed.
Nice. I love the symmetry. The bookends.
Yeah. Um I love hockey romance. I have for years. I don't want to discredit or shade any of the others that I've read, but like sometimes they've like given me the same thing that I get in romance where I'm like, I loved the journey of them ending up together, or I love their relationship, and then like I get the happy ending and I move on.
Mm,
But with this one, they're so like the characters are so outstanding and
yeah.
like so well done, and I love their relationship. And Ilya Rozanov is one of the only characters that has made me laugh so much in a series,
Mm-hmm.
like out loud, and I'm not like a laugh out loud kind of person
Yes.
like at all.
Yes.
But I like crack up at his dialogue. It is incredible.
I love that.
um so if you are curious about Heated Rivalry, it
Mm-hmm.
is about hockey is life for Shane Hollander. Now he's the captain of the Montreal Voyageurs, and nothing will get in the way of his dream of winning the Stanley Cup. That is until he meets the Boston Bears captain, Ilya Rozanov. The complete opposite of Shane, Ilya is arrogant and has the reputation of a ladies' man. As the two best players in the league, the two men are instant rivals on the ice. But off the ice, the undeniable attraction between the two sparks a love affair that spans years as they try to hide their connection from the public eye.
So juicy.
And I will say, with my, I was trying to fit that in a very short synopsis.
Yeah.
So they are the captains of their own team, but they meet much earlier than that, like when they're being like
Yeah.
drafted and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're like 18 or 19 when they meet.
Mm.
So it's just like in the current time they're captains, and that's kind of when the rivalry really kicks up, you know, when you're in the
Right.
NHL. But it is just a spectacular book, and I loved every single minute of it.
Oh, that's the best
And the
feeling.
show is doing it extreme justice.
Oh, that's even better. So it's a really true adaptation.
If you yeah, now that I've watched this, um I would say that it is in my top 5 adaptations of
That's
any
so cool.
yeah, it's like Gone Girl,
Mm-hmm.
Heated Rivalry tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so
Man.
good. Oh, I loved it so much.
It's always so fun too, and like one of your favorites you even read at the end of the year. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, and the funny thing is there I'm not going to say what book it was, but when I
Mm-hmm.
was making my list, I was like, do I do a top 10? Do I do a top 20 of the year? But then I felt like if I did a top 20, I might as well do my top 25 of the year.
Right.
And I had 24. And I was like, I just have to pick one more book. And I had like my 25th book picked.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't, I really enjoyed it. And it was a 5-star read, but like, I don't know if it hit the same as the other 24 books on my list.
Right.
And then I read Heated Rivalry, and I was like, this is your 25th book that deserves to be on this list.
Oh, that
So it
makes
was like
made the
really
decision
cool.
for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's perfect.
So that was my little gem at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Do you have one I mean, there's so many. I was gonna randomly ask if you have like the one you're most excited for in 2026, but I feel like I know what yours is, and I don't know if I could pick one. What am I the most excited for? I just have a
I
lot.
can there's my my most anticipated one is Helpless by Jessica Knoll.
That's what I figured. And you know what? Actually, I'm probably the most excited about The Caretaker from Marcus
Hmm.
Kleiber.
Yeah. But is if there is one that I am excited for from an author I've never read that was like a surprise. Like the publisher pitched it to me and I was like, this sounds perfect for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um and it is called The Secret Lives of Murderer Wives by
Ooh.
Elizabeth Arnett. Um so it's about Beverly, Elsie, and Margot, who are housewives, but also wives of convicted killers. And it takes place in the 60s. And they
Ooh.
form an unlikely friendship after they discover their husband's crimes. Um, and that's all I know.
That's all you need to know.
So I think because it takes place in the 60s and because it deals with like the wives of one of my things that I think is like very interesting about like somebody who's a killer is like what they leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like your whole life is ripped apart when you find out that like a huge important person in your life is a brutal killer.
Right.
So I think the fact that it takes place in the 60s before people took like mental health seriously,
Mhm.
and these three women are like bonding over the fact that they like married murderers without knowing it.
Right.
um it just seems really interesting to me. It's kind of like giving like Mad Wife
Yes, that's
and
what it was me.
Don't Worry Darling vibes.
Yes. That movie, I wish there hadn't been so much drama around it because that movie is like better than people realized,
Yeah,
in my
I love that
opinion.
movie.
I thought it was great. And they like were talking about, oh, that's a spoiler, a big spoiler if people haven't seen it, so never mind. But
Watch the movie
watch the movie, guys.
and then you'll pick up on her vibes.
It's worth it.
So worth it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I just saw Journal of Jada posted about one that I hadn't known about that comes out in January. I have so many that come out in January.
Oh my god, me too.
Um, but I'm trying to remember what it was because it was like another Southern Gothic, which is clearly my vibe. But it's called On Sundays She Picked Flowers by Yaya Schofield. I'm assuming is how I pronounce her name. But like the one sentence thing is in the sinister and surreal Southern Gothic debut, a woman escapes into the uncanny woods of southern Georgia and must contend with ghosts, haints, and most dangerous of all, the truth about herself. And the cover is just like very dramatic. And it got me excited. But I have so many coming out in January.
I do too. There's like I've been finding these like stalker thrillers
Mm.
that I'm loving each year. Like I loved Cross My Heart by Megan Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Tell Me Lies by no, not Tell Me Lies. Count My Lies by Sophie
Yes.
Stava. And most recently, Best Offer Wins by
Oh
Marissa
yeah.
Castino.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one coming out in April, and it's called Boring Asian Female by
Oh.
Kenwen Zhu,
Okay.
Canwen.
Ooh, that's a
And it's
pretty
like,
cover.
oh my god, it's like Elizabeth Zhang is like aware that like she's in like the 10th percentile of like her classmates, and like she's just like outstanding in every which way. Um, but she wants to go to Harvard Law School, and then they reject her for not standing out enough. And like she's like, that just means that they think I'm a boring Asian woman. Um, but Laura Kim, a classmate of hers, got in. And so she's like, what makes Laura Kim so much more interesting than me? And like, what made
Mm.
her stand out? And then she starts like to follow her to see what makes her stand out. Like, what is she eating for lunch? Like, all this other stuff.
Oh.
And then, like, I think it basically says that the only thing she sees is Laura has taken a spot that she knows she deserves after working so hard, and a spot that she'll simply have to give back. So it just kind of sounds like she's like,
Yeah.
okay, like curiosity is getting the best of her and it turns into like a stalker story.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds so good and I'm really excited for that because it sounds like it's going to be comparable to some of those other thrillers that involve like the unhinged female stalking
Yes.
that I tend to love so much.
Experience.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, there was I wanted to my Goodreads is like it's like not loading right now, but I know there was another one. It's just I saw so speaking of kind of ninth house vibes, the other one that I sometimes compare to ninth house is Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson, and she just announced her 2025 book, and it's called When I Was Death.
oh,
um, and it's says a group of girls does death incarnate's bidding in this haunting speculative young adult novel. I guess the synopsis isn't very long, but so like Rosalind's sister Adeline died in in the last year under mysterious circumstances, and she's still tormented by her absence. So when the elusive caravan of girls that Adeline spent her last summer with rolls up into town, Rosalind joins them to finally figure out what happened to her sister. And then
damn.
there's ritual stuff going on. So I'm
Ooh.
excited for that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds creative.
Have you read any 2026 books yet?
I kind of don't think I have. I think I just started my first one because I'm reading The Sundown Girls by L.S. Stratton right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first one, and then I'm gonna be reading The Future Saints. Will probably be my next one. So I'm starting to.
If I can recommend some bangers for
Mm-hmm.
2026, The Future Saints is
Mm-hmm.
incredible. Is incredible. Um All the Little Houses by May Cobb is
Yes.
incredible. Okay, it's
I listened because
that
I wanted to hear Malin. I'll probably wait since we're gonna talk to her, but
yeah,
oh, it sounded so good, even.
it is so good.
Mhm.
It is just incredible. It's mean girls, mean moms
Yep.
doing mean stuff, and
Yep.
we love
In
every minute of it.
Texas.
In Texas, big hair in the 80s,
Yes.
obsessed. Um, but there's one that I don't hear people talk about very much.
Ooh.
It's not out yet, so that could be why too. But like, if you like the unhinged female, like stalker story, or like just like a wild ride that's kind of like
Mhm.
a popcorn thriller without being Frida McFadden,
Mhm.
um, The Better Mother by Jennifer Van de Kloot.
Is that the one that you just got that cool
Spike
press
from?
kit?
Yeah,
Oh, that was
yeah,
so cool.
so cool. She's so sweet. I'm obsessed with her.
I love that.
Um, so it's basically two of my favorite movies combined. It is Fatal Attraction meets The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Wow.
And a woman gets pregnant after like a fling with a guy,
Mhm.
and then she like tells him like, I am pregnant, I want to keep this baby. And he's like, when we had sex I was broken up with my girlfriend and we're back together.
Oh.
And so he's like, but I don't want to be a deadbeat dad, so like I still want to be part of this kid's life. And she's like, that's fantastic, like that's the best reaction I could have.
Mhm.
But then she meets the girlfriend, Madison, who is like very much like, I'm so excited for this.
Mhm.
And then weird things start to happen to her, and like Madison almost is like overstepping her role, and it gets crazier
Oh,
and crazier with each page.
that would make me so mad.
Oh, you are gonna get pissed at this one, but I think you're
I
gonna have
think
a
so.
very fun time reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The cover is so cool.
I
So
could not
dramatic.
I could not put it down. And it was one of my NetGalley, like I requested it on NetGalley,
Yeah.
and I'm so excited for pub day so I can like hold a copy of it.
Yeah. That'll
Yeah.
be awesome.
Yeah. I know it's going to be in my top reads of 2026.
That's to
Those
just know
three.
already.
Those three I know will be in my top 2026
Yeah.
reads. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get through a couple more. But they're like January 13th. I also have time.
Yeah. Plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think 2026 is going to be busier than 2025.
Always will somehow.
Crazy.